see, I show you the game from Black's perspective, and I let them play the Budapest Gambit, which arises after the moves d4, knight f6, c4, and e5. Budapest accepted, and Stockfish is black, and he is playing against the Monarch 1.7, and it's the Stockfish version, development version from the 1st of May 2018, as you see there. So it's a slightly older version of Stockfish, but okay, it's still good. Plays one of the main moves. I let them play without opening book. Plays one of the main moves, knight here. So attacking the pawn, so maybe knight f3 now, defending it. This would be quite normal. And then you could go for something like bishop to here or bishop to here. If you can also maybe go knight c3, again attacking the pawn, and after bishop here, maybe give this check, and after the knight blocks here, you could go there, and after this there is a little trap here in this opening. I once played this against Marco. I saw it over the board some 3 years ago, but he fell for it and I saw it. Knight takes, bishop takes, knight takes, bishop takes, and now knight to d6 checkmate, to d3 checkmate. But okay, the Monarch plays a different move. I don't know if this is still theory. The Monarch plays that move, and now we have the move d6, and now it's a real gambit. d6 by Stockfish, defend the knight, attack the e-pawn, so now probably just take it. Bishop takes and knight c3 coming up. You could give in a check, but this doesn't do anything, just here. But now kicking the knight, attacking the queen, so probably queen e4 wasn't the greatest of all moves. Yeah, but it's the only move to give check. Yeah, but probably something like knight c3 afterwards, knight c6, and queen goes somewhere, probably all the way back. This position should be good for black. It's a real gambit now. Black is a clear pawn down, but has much more development. I never saw this queen to d4 move before. But okay, it has some ideas. It attacks the knight, it defends the pawn. So d6, making it a real gambit. No, not this, probably knight c3. Then castling. And yeah, well, you always have time for knight c6. For example, knight f3 now, knight c6, attacking the queen. Queen goes there, and wait a bit, you don't have always time for this. You have to block this check, because if you play some random moves, then the queen is lost. Due to this check here, discovered attack on the queen. Okay, but we don't have taking back. We have knight c6 immediately, which attacks the queen. Queen goes back here, I guess. At least I would go there. But also possible is to go here, check, and take yet another pawn if you're really greedy. This is not possible. So Stockfish could sacrifices maybe 2 pawns here if white is really greedy. But how to defend this? Look at all of black's army, and look at white's lonely queen here in the center. Then I can always come back to harass the queen. There is always a check. Castling queenside is possible to activate the rook immediately. The other rook comes to the e file, so this probably you shouldn't play that. No, das passt. Ja, kannst du ja noch mitgeben, aber brauche ich nicht. Ich mache gerade ein Schachvideo, kann ich dir nachher zugrufen? Oder ist irgendwas dringend? Okay, passt. Dann tschüss. Idea. Okay, we have this check on the board, so the Monarch is really greedy. Now bishop to e7 most probably, to e6 most probably, and then pawn takes here. You could go something like this and go for the queen exchange, but I don't know if this is great. Yeah, we have this, and now we have the Monarch is calculating d6 takes c7, so the Monarch would be up 2 pawns here. Stockfish allowed this, but there is lots of compensation, but you really don't want to exchange queens. Probably also you don't want to exchange bishops. You could give a check right there. Knight c3 and castle queenside, stopping white from castling. Maybe even knight here to here is a threat. Oh wow. Okay, we have a move there. We don't have d takes c6, c7. We have the move f3, so this is kind of asking for it. What about this one? No, then g3, and then both pieces are hanging, so probably not. But maybe something like bishop here, sacrificing whole knight. Pawn takes, knight, queen here, check. King goes there and castling queenside, and then you have a lot of discoveries and lots of play here. Maybe knight here now to attack the queen, but this discovered check. King has to go there maybe, and then taking this, threatening this this bishop move here to f5, but you don't, maybe this is not good enough. You can also go for something like probably not f5 because takes. Yeah, knight f6 looks good enough. Knight f6 attacking the queen. Version, the queen hovels back, for example, to here, and now bishop takes pawn. And the white's army looks pretty strange, but also possible is after knight f6, yeah, played. This is also the move I would have played. Also d takes here. Looks interesting. This is what the Monarch is calculating. Queen takes, and now bishop e3. But this is kind of asking for it. This is really asking for trouble. This is really asking for trouble. But I hope the Monarch will play this, so we have some fun in the game. This f3 move is not the greatest of all moves. Weakens his diagonal, and yeah. Queen e3. Maybe castling now. knight here, bishop there, bishop there. I don't know. Maybe the Monarch even wants to keep this pawn, plays b3, but this is really asking for it. Bishop check, and yeah, then you have to kind of block with the knight or with the bishop. Probably bishop takes is best, new variation. Takes, and knight here. Threaten this fork, so the queen goes there probably. And now, I don't know, maybe you even can sacrifice the knight, but you can also go a5 here. A5 probably not the best move. White's position is not so easy to crack, so probably bishop here check, not exchange it, but rather play the rook to the e file, and now black's army is ready to rumble. And if you take there, then taking here, and you really have a big problem with this square right there. For example, queen here. Now do you even have some crazy stuff with knight here check, bishop here discovered check? Don't see it work though, but yeah, you also cannot ignore this. So queen c3, maybe in this line, maybe. Okay, yeah, we have the move castling. What was my suggestion? Yeah, castling. Now what to play? Knight d2 to protect the pawn, okay. So at least doesn't weaken this diagonal or that diagonal. But this is asking for trouble. White plays this opening not very great. Have to say bishop here to pin the knight, and probably here, and the rook comes to the e file, or even knight here is an option to threaten this check right there. Okay, let's see both evaluations. We have to move knight bd2. The Monarch thinks it's equal, and Stockfish says it's winning for black. I also think this is winning for black. But I don't see how fast this will go. Okay, here there is a threat. You also can you defend like this? No, you probably can't because of that move, but then you maybe have to move e5, but then probably this move. And now look at White's army and look at Black's army. For example, a random move, okay, this is a bad random move. For example, that one takes, bishop takes, the queen has to move somewhere. Cannot move there, not there, not there because of the fork right here. But here, then you fork it. Probably there, bishop check. And the white's king has had it, has to go there, then bishop here check, has to go there, and rook there is gonna crush the white's position, because here you have to give up the queen, and this is all over. Okay, we have this kind of continuation. We have to move castles, knight d2, and bishop here, but now we have the move a3. So if white wants, it can get the pawn back with this kind of stuff. And I don't see what's wrong with it. Well, maybe white can castle, but the knight here comes with an attack on the queen. Queen has to move somewhere, doesn't have a lot of squares. If it goes there, then there is a discovered check. Well, I don't know if this bishop sacrifice works though. Okay, we have a different move. Very interesting move. Very interesting move. We have the move knight here immediately. Okay, so when you take the bishop, then there is this fork, winning the queen and winning the rook afterwards also. So probably the king should go there, and then you only win the queen, but the king is very funny here on e3. So yeah, so you have to protect against this, and you cannot protect against this very good. So knight to d4, queen takes d4. Okay, this is the same as resignation. The monarch, yeah, also thinks now this is dead. Other moves also fail, I guess. For example, that one, this here and here, and after you take this one, then taking there, taking there. I don't know if this works though. You probably have to take here first, and then to go for something like this pin. Okay, I'll call it a day. It's a win for Stockfish. You cannot really play like this, but I will analyze it also with Stockfish. What were his ideas there? Petit abschätzen. Okay, now I broke it up. Call it a win for the Stockfish team. Let's see if the Budapest is really the best. Oh, this is a Sicilian now, some kind of Sicilian. Do I have this game now? That's the question. There are a lot of engine versus engine games, but I think I screwed it, so I don't have this game anymore. But yeah, I think I know it by brain. Queen d4, I never saw this move before. This one, not bishop takes, but knight c6, queen here check. F3, knight here, d takes c7, queen takes c7, bishop here, castles, knight d2, bishop there, a3, knight to d4, and queen takes d4. This was the game. So I kind of, maybe I have it somewhere. Yeah, it's that one. Very nice. Queen d4, d6, pawn takes, and knight c6. Queen here. Okay, let's analyze it with Stockfish. What the mighty Stockfish has to say about this. Okay. The interesting part will come soon after this kind of thing. Here, queen takes d4. If queen d3, then bishop takes c4. Queen b1 to get rid of this stuff. Bishop e2. Wow. If you take with the rook, what happens then? If you take rook takes, then knight c2 check. Let's say you go there. Then it's a mate in 6 with queen here. Check. Okay, this is only prolonging the inevitable. So let's go with king g3. Now queen g5 check. King h3. Queen here check. King g3. Bishop here check. f4. Why f4? Why not just go back there? Then queen here check. And this is a mate, isn't it? Yeah, this is mate. Yeah, very nice. Very nice king hunt there. Very nice king hunt. And yeah, this move you really have to see. This could be a puzzle position. White to play and win immediately. Rook takes, then knight c2 check. C2, yeah, this could be a puzzle position here. Bishop to a2. Wow. Wow. If you take it with the queen. New variation. Then it's a mate in 11. Knight here check. Let's go with this line now. Bishop takes here. Let's say you take with the bishop. Then rook takes d2. King takes. Rook d8. King c1. Knight here, discovered check. And mate. That's beautiful. That's just beautiful stuff. The other one is you can also mate like that. This is also beautiful stuff. So yeah. Okay, you cannot play like this, at least not against Stockfish. Probably against no one. But yeah. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Ciao.